You will stay broke if you keep thinking like it. Good. Because that pain can make you the person who directs money, not chases it. So today, will you switch one phrase, "I cannot afford it," to "How can I afford it?" and act like the millionaire you are becoming? Become it now. Let us stop pretending your words are harmless. You say, "I cannot afford it." You repeat, "I never catch a break." You hide behind "That is just not for people like me." You run the script, "Money happens to me, not I direct money." That script taxes you daily, in lost chances, in smaller asks, in quiet sabotage. Try this swap once and watch the next 30 days bend. Not "I cannot afford it." Ask, "How can I afford it?" Your thoughts, your words, your habits are pointing away from the result you swear you want. Your vocabulary is training your outcomes, and your friends might be normalizing it. If your words are the lock, why are you still choosing the key that keeps you broke? I know the fatigue, bills on the table, doubts in your throat. That loop where you try hard on Monday and stall out by Thursday. Here is the reframe. You become what you repeat. Identity precedes results. Your words are signals. They broadcast instructions to your brain. Your brain hunts for proof, and then it moves your hands to match. Upgrade the signal. Replace "I cannot afford it" with "How can I afford it?" Replace "I do not have time" with "I schedule what matters." Replace "I am bad with money" with "I am learning wealth skills." Go small and steady. One swap in the morning, one in a hard moment, one at night. The first proof will be subtle but real. A fee you negotiate down, an ask you finally make, a focused hour that produces something useful. This is not hype, this is practice. Change the words today, and the month starts changing tomorrow. It was past midnight. The kitchen light too bright. The phone screen too loud. Overdue notice. Balance due. My chest felt tight. The coffee smelled stale. I scrolled transactions like a confession list and braced for impact. The voice in my head was cruel and familiar. "I am terrible with money. It never works for me. What is the point?" That voice wrote my week. I ignored a potential client because I felt behind. I declined a course because my reflex said "cannot afford." I chose cheap dopamine over hard choices. Then a mentor called and did not coddle me. Act like the person who has already achieved it. Your words are your orders. It cut. I stood there quiet and tried the first swap out loud. Not "I cannot afford it." "How can I afford it?" I wrote one line on a sticky note. I direct money. Money follows my decisions. Then I made one small move. I emailed 2 prospects. I transferred $20 to savings. I blocked 90 minutes of deep work tomorrow. No fireworks, but an answer hit my inbox. A maybe became a call. My shoulders lowered. The night felt less sharp. For the first time, the room did not echo back my old story, and that silence felt dangerous and new. Here is your fight. 7 days to switch the signal. Morning, write one identity line and one question. I direct money. Money follows my decisions. What is the next right move? Language rule. 0 lines that say "I cannot," "I never," "not for me." Replace them on the spot with the power versions. Action. Do one money-generating move before noon. Outreach, offer, ask. Then one money-protecting move. Cancel a waste subscription. Negotiate a bill. Automate $5 to $50 into savings or investing. Environment cue. Place one visible symbol of your future self. A calendar block named Wealth Work. A book on your desk. A dashboard widget that shows your cash buffer. Evening. Log one win and one lesson. Measure one number. Net worth snapshot. Cash buffer. Or outreach count. Expect resistance. People will smirk. Your old self will roll its eyes. Answer with the new script. Make a visible vow. Say it out loud once daily. Write it on a sticky note on your mirror. Say it. Schedule it. Send it. Then prove it. 7 days. No excuses. There is a deeper law at work. The words you repeat furnish the room you live in. Identity choices become daily choices. Daily choices compound into destiny. Money is not random drama. It is a philosophy in motion. Spend first and keep leftovers equals reacting to life. Invest first and spend intentional equals directing life. Acting as if is not fakery. It is integrity with your potential. You are aligning with the strongest version of you, the one that stewards, not flexes. Calm power is quiet. Agency feels like order, not noise. This is not about status. This is about stewardship. When your words lead, your world follows. So what exactly is it following next? Picture a dusty radio on a shelf. The dial is stiff. You turn it, and the room fills with static. A breath. A small nudge to the right. The static thins. A clean station emerges. Warm jazz or a clear voice. Dust motes float in a slice of light. Your breath steadies. Your shoulders drop. The air feels different because the signal is different. You cannot hear jazz on a static frequency. You do not get wealthy behavior from broke language. If thoughts are the signal, attraction is the receiver. You say, I cannot afford it. You whisper, I am not ready. You murmur, that is not for people like me. Your shoulders slump. Your space is messy. Your calendar is chaos with no protected focus time. You impulse spend, pay bills first, and save whatever scraps are left. You avoid investing because fear feels safer than growth. You wait for permission, delay outreach, and downplay your value in every room. That is a broke signal, broadcast loud through your words, your body, your choices. Acting as if is not pretending. It is aligning language, posture, schedule, and money method with your future self. So tell me, who are you acting like, your future self or your fears? I know the resistance. You do not want to look fake. Your family will roll their eyes. Your past failures sit heavy and whisper not again. Here is the flip. Acting as if is training the signal. Athletes rehearse before medals. Pilots drill in a simulator before the flight. You are not delusional. You are practicing the frequency you intend to live on. Picture a radio tuner. What you set the dial to determines what you hear. Your attention and actions are the frequency. So you upgrade the mechanics. Language becomes how can I afford it? Calendar puts money-generating blocks first. Environment gets a clean desk and meaningful dashboards. When you aim your focus, opportunities stop hiding. The law of attraction is not magic. It is attention-filtering noise, so you notice and act on the right calls. Do small alignments for 7 days. Protect time. Move with better words. Track your money method. The dial starts to click. Often there is a signal return, an unexpected email, a warm intro, a small savings win. That is the first echo of the station you set. Ready to hear it? Years ago I sat in a cramped apartment at midnight. Stale coffee on the counter. The fridge hummed like a cheap tattoo gun. An unpaid bill glared from the table. My inbox flashed a subject line that sounded like hope. A conference invite with real decision makers. Flights, hotel, a chance to pitch. I closed it fast. I told myself I cannot afford the travel. I told myself I am not ready. My chest tightened. Shame crawled up my neck. I made a list of every reason it would fail. Then my mentor called. His voice was blunt, almost cold. Act like the person who has already delivered the result. Pick a target and move. He set a line in the sand. Close 5,000 in new business in 30 days. Erase 1,200 of credit card debt by the same date. I installed mechanics that night. I wrote the goal in present tense 3 times. I ran a 60-second boardroom of future you visualization. Glass walls, city lights, a confident future me sliding one next move across the table. I swapped my language in every conversation. I overhauled my calendar, 2 money-generating tasks first, 1 90-minute deep work block protected. I started an automatic pay-yourself-first transfer. $10 was enough to start. I did daily outreach. I cleaned my wardrobe and stood taller. On day 4, the signal returned. A surprise email offered a paid consult. A friend introduced me to a decision maker. A small refund landed in my account. Goosebumps. Disbelief wrestling with evidence. Was it coincidence? Or did the station finally tune in? Here is your 7-day sprint. No talk. Action. Step 1. Choose one bold target with a clear deadline. Income closed, debt payoff date, or a net worth milestone. Step 2. Daily priming for 10 minutes. Write your goal in present tense 3 times. Do a 60-second boardroom visualization. Ask what would millionaire me do next. Upgrade your language on the spot. Replace I cannot afford it with how can I afford it. Replace I am not ready with what skill closes the gap. Replace it is too expensive with what is the ROI and plan. Upgrade your posture and dress 1 notch higher. Step 3. Calendar and output. Schedule 2 money-generating tasks first every day. Protect 1 90-minute deep work block with notifications off. Set an outreach quota. Minimum 2 value touches per day. 14 total this week. Offers, follow-ups, proposals. Step 4. Money method. Pay yourself first with an automatic transfer on day 1. Even $10 to $50 counts. Take a net worth snapshot on day 1 and day 7. Cut 50 to 100 of waste spending. and redirect it to saving or investing. Step 5. Environment design. Add one high-standard cue, a book, a dashboard, or a mentor call. Clean one workspace zone. Spend 10 minutes in a room or community that normalizes excellence. Step 6. Anti-sabotage. Expect social eye rolls. Prescript a calm response. Use a daily scorecard for priming, outreach, deep work, transfer, and spending cuts. Now decide. Act as if, until it is. 7 days. No excuses. Are you in? Here is the larger truth. You do not earn a new identity after results arrive. You behave it into existence until results have nowhere else to go. Money either happens to you, or it is directed by you. Direction is a daily vote. Every word, every posture, every line on your calendar is a ballot. Small identity-aligned choices compound. They turn into opportunities, relationships, and real options. Not overnight, through consistent fidelity to your future self. Acting as if is not a lie. It is integrity with your potential. It is stewardship of attention and energy. People will question you. Some will laugh. That is their signal. You choose yours. Keep tuning your dial to the station you intend to live on. Notice how the right rooms begin to open. Attraction opens doors, and habits carry you through them. Which philosophy will you train tomorrow? Picture a quiet hallway at dawn. A glass-walled boardroom waits at the end. Inside, future you sits calm and sure. Fluorescent hum fades into a steady heartbeat as you approach. The city noise softens when your hand touches the handle. You step in. A single-page agenda slides across the table. One smallest high-value action for today stares back. In another room, a hand nudges a radio dial. Static crackles. Then the music arrives, clear and steady. You cross the threshold as the chorus swells. The agenda whispers the first line. Do the reps. Attraction open the door. Habits will walk you through it. Scroll. Snooze. Excuse. Your calendar tells on you. Your words tell on you. Your card statement tells on you. You say you want wealth, yet mornings belong to your phone. Your focus belongs to noise, not a knowledge problem, not a podcast shortage, a repetition problem, a discipline problem. Your identity and your actions do not match. Vague goals, when I feel like it, reactive days, the cost is real, money anxiety, missed chances, skills stuck on yesterday. You want results without reps, you want payoff without practice. That is self-sabotage. Be honest, are you training your future or rehearsing your failure? Maybe you are scared because you have quit before. You have plateaued. Friends rolled their eyes. The noise in your head said, be realistic. I hear you. Now flip it. Success is not a lightning strike. Success is identity built. Outcomes lag, reps compound. You can run a simple system. Call it the Millionaire operating system. Morning priming comes first. Sit 1 minute in the boardroom of future you. See the day, hear the voice. Then a deep work block, 90 minutes minimum, on one money-generating or leverage-building task. Then a learning quota, 30 minutes on a marketable skill or money literacy. Then one relationship deposit, one outreach or a real value add. Then the health baseline. Move, drink water, guard your sleep window. Finish with a money check-in, 5 minutes with a dashboard. Net worth trend, spending scan. Next move, speak identity first. I am the person who shows up. I am the person who does the reps. Run this for 1 week and watch quiet evidence start knocking. One bleak morning hit like a bill collector. Overdue notices stacked by the sink. Inbox empty. The kitchen counter felt cold against my forearms. The phone glowed at 6:07 a.m. My stomach was tight. Weeks of effort. Nothing to show. Family said be realistic. Friends joked about my little project. I almost pressed snooze on my life. I sat anyway. 60 seconds in the boardroom of future you. I asked what would millionaire me do today. The answer was calm and specific. Ship the proposal. Do 10 outreaches. Protect your deep work. So I did the system. 90 minutes of deep work to ship a value-packed pitch. Then learning. 30 minutes on pricing psychology and a simple sales script. Then a relationship deposit. A thoughtful case study email to a quiet lead. Then health. A 20-minute walk to reset. Water bottle filled. Then a money check-in. I cancelled an unused subscription. I redirected $25 to investing. That day, nothing happened. No confetti. 3 days later, a reply became a meeting. The meeting became my first high-value client and a clear path to $10,000 saved. Pride was quiet. Relief mixed with disbelief. The real question changed. Will I keep showing up next Monday? Enough dabbling. 7 days. No 0 days. Decide now. Schedule first. Put one money-generating or leverage task at the top. Guard a 90-minute deep work block. Sit for the boardroom of future you each morning. 60 seconds. See the future. Set your move. Learn for 30 minutes daily. Pick a skill tied to income or money mastery. Make one relationship deposit each day. Send a value forward message or a real follow-up. Move your body for 20 minutes. Drink water. Define a sleep window. Do a money check-in for 5 minutes. Cancel one leak today. Move $5 to $50 to investing daily. Pay yourself first. Upgrade your language. Replace I cannot with how can I. Replace someday with by a date I am building. Reset your environment. Remove time-suck apps and notifications. Put a visual cue on the desk. Open calendar. Dashboard visible. Book ready. Track with a simple checkbox. Tally at the end of the week. Outreaches sent. Dollars invested. Deep work hours logged. Expect resistance. Fatigue will hit. People will doubt you. Results may stay quiet. Repeat your identity mantra. I am the person who does the reps. Do the reps. No 0 days. Act like a millionaire or stop saying you want to be one. Here is the truth that stings and saves. We do not rise to our goals. We fall to our systems. Identity is proven by what your calendar protects. Compounding is not fireworks. It is tiny choices stacked into asymmetric outcomes. Evidence replaces hope. Success is not a lucky break. Success is stewardship. Steward your attention. Steward your time. Steward your relationships. Steward your money. Your calendar is a constitution. Your budget is a vote. Every choice elects a future. Most chase applause and lose ownership. Choose quiet power over noisy approval. The crowd loves spectacle. Wealth loves consistency. Choose sovereignty over performance. Attraction opens doors. Habits keep you in the room. Systems scale you. Now that you act like it daily, manage like it wisely. Build allocation rules. Build buffers. Build automations that protect your gains. Let wealth be how well you steward what you have today. What you repeat, you become. What you become, you must learn to manage. Picture this. Before sunrise, you lay one identical brick. No applause, just the wet scrape of mortar. Your breath, and the slow metronome of footsteps. Day after day, the wall becomes a room. The room becomes a building. Lights begin to flicker on inside. Your future life hums awake. Up top there is a boardroom with 2 chairs. One for you now. One for the millionaire you who has been waiting. You climb the stairs each morning. Each step is a rep. The door opens when the calendar says it should, because you showed up. The building stands. Now it is time to wire the power. Circuits of systems. Safeguards and flows ready. Hand on the breaker. Lights ready. Will you flip on stewardship? I do not have a money problem. You have a status problem. You chase the look, not the life. Impulse buys. Flexing for approval. Lifestyle creep. Vague goals. A passive shrug when money moves. Consumer identity spends first. Explains later. Steward identity decides first. Automates. Protects. One is performance. One is leadership. You say money happens to you, so you brace for impact. Or you direct it, and set rules that bite. You are either the CFO of your life or the mascot. Pick a desk. Are you managing money, or is money managing you? I see your fear. The debt notices. The bills lined like little threats. The social pressure to look successful. The fatigue of starting over again. Here is the reframe. Money is not a master. It is an employee. Your job is allocation. Stewardship means clear rules, automation, and protection. Pay yourself first, so saving is not a mood. Separate buckets, so every dollar has a seat. Freedom fund. Investing, giving, operations. Protect the downside with buffers and simple insurance. Avoid lifestyle creep like it is a tax on your peace. Upgrade your language. I cannot afford it becomes how can I fund this without touching assets? I pay bills becomes I allocate cash to priorities. Small steady allocations beat sporadic heroics that burn you out. Identity compounds when your rules fire on payday without willpower. You move from reacting to directing. You trade panic for process. Shift from consumer to steward and watch the numbers start obeying you. My checking account sat at $12, 3 days before payday. My credit card balance was $6,200 and climbing. A friend texted about a weekend trip with a rented car and rooftop photos. My brain buzzed like a fridge at midnight. My script was simple. I work hard. I deserve it. Then the bill dates hit, and my chest tightened. I would scroll and feel that hot shame behind my eyes. I looked fine on the feed. I did not feel fine in my kitchen at 1 A mentor asked for my net worth. The spreadsheet said negative, even with a decent income. He said, act like the person who protects their money. That line cut. I cancelled the flashy trip and sat down with my bank app. Day 1, I set automations. 15% pay yourself first into a freedom fund. 10% into investing. I named the buckets. I pushed $1,000 into a starter buffer. Friends teased me for going ghost. The tug of status pulled when an ad for sneakers flashed. I almost clicked. I held the line. The first month gave me $500 invested. Then 5,000 months later, my net worth crawled above zero and I took a breath I had not taken in years. The login screen became quiet proof of a new story. The urge to flex still whispers, but stewardship speaks louder now. Decide. Decide your split. Pay yourself first at 10 to 20%. If it is 5 today, start and rise. Investing at 10% into a simple retirement or index fund. Giving at 1 to 5%. Operations is the rest. Automate on payday. Money moves before you do. Transfers to the Freedom Fund. Transfers to brokerage or retirement. Transfers to giving. Protect the downside. Build 3 to 6 months of expenses. Carry term life, health, or tenant insurance if you need it. Freeze or crush high-interest debt. Install an anti-creep rule. Every raise increases your investing percent before lifestyle. First 50% of any raise goes to assets. Lock it. Add a weekly 15-minute ritual. Track net worth. Review allocations. Adjust nothing unless a rule tells you to. Change the environment. Delete shopping apps. Add your brokerage and budget dashboards to your home screen. Put calendar blocks for money review. Simple story math. $200 per month at 8% is about $36,000 in 10 years. It is zero if it becomes just a slightly nicer dinner each month. Say the anchors. I allocate. I protect. I multiply. I do not perform. Automate. Allocate. Protect. Review. Repeat for 30 days. Prove it in your accounts. Status is loud and hungry. Stewardship is quiet and free. Money is stored time and stored options. How you direct it decides who you become and what you can protect. Applause today fades. Compounding forever grows. Spectacle borrows from tomorrow. Stewardship funds tomorrow. Being rich is not only the number, it is the operating system. Clarity over chaos. Consistency over vibe. Calm over panic. Thoughts to words to habits to systems to identity. When they align, anxiety dissolves into agency. Your calendar reflects your values. Your accounts echo your choices. Your future thanks your present for acting like a guardian. What you glorify grows, so choose carefully. Glorify stewardship, and freedom grows. Picture a self-watering garden at dawn. 4 beds sit in clean rows with wooden signs. Freedom Fund. Investing. Giving. Operations. The drip lines click on like clockwork, quiet and faithful. A steel reservoir waits at the corner, full and still. The emergency fund. A sturdy fence stands around the beds, strong enough to keep out storms and stray feet. Insurance and boundaries made visible. Weeds pop up with neon tags that read status buys. You pull them and compost the lesson back into the soil. The sun moves. Leaves shine. Growth is silent but relentless. You plant one seed stamped pay yourself first. Calendar pages flip like birds. The sapling thickens. The drip continues, steady and unfazed, inviting you to turn your valve on now.